Hello everyone, it's Rick from Rick's Video Game Collection. And first things first, I will not be receiving any more video games monthly boxes for the time being because I'm trying to save back put toward my wedding there. But anyway, I might go back to them later on after I get settled in and everything like that. But until then, I'm basically not going to have a video game box coming in unless I just happen to have like a little bit of extra money to buy games with. And speaking of which, the money I would have put toward that last month, I went ahead and bought some games. And we'll go ahead and get these out the way. We have, let's see, 4 Nintendo DS, 1 PlayStation, 2 PlayStation 2, and 9 Atari 2600 games. And I also bought some game cases because I didn't want to spend it all on games. Since I'm moving, I'm going to need something better for some of my other games to store them in. So I went ahead and bought some game cases as well. And when those come in, I'll have another video. But until then, let's get with the game, shall we? We have Kong Zoo. Or Kong Zoo, I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not too sure. This is a pretty alright platformer, you know. It's really nothing like I never played before, basically. It got some elements of games from games that I have played before, and then it's entirely own thing there as well. Try to get that. There we go. Now we're in shot more. Alright. And then we have Underground Pool. I haven't played the story mode to this, but you can play 8-ball or 9-ball on that pool game. So it was decent. I played far worse pool games than this. And then we have Fabulous Finds. Now I actually bought that just to see what it was. I seen the little sign here that says yard sale on it. I said, well, maybe that's something like the Facebook Storage Wars game. And in a way, it kind of is. But anyway, you got elements of that. And then you also have the seek and find the listed items. There's put together a few things, and then you try selling it in a yard sale, more or less. But yeah, I sat there and played through this one night, and it was a pretty decent game. Then we have SimCity Creator. I have not played this yet, but I imagine it's something similar to any SimCity game, basically. That's what I would think, at least. Let's put it that way. Okay, next we got the PlayStation game, and it's card games. I do play a lot of Solitaire on the computer. It's a Microsoft Solitaire Suite, actually, is what I play. And see, I play what they call Klondike, is what I refer to as regular Solitaire. And there's Spider Solitaire, Free Cell, Pyramid, and Tri-Peaks. And I enjoyed them games, you know, just for like winding down, basically. And I'm hoping like Solitaire or something would be on this as well, since it's covering majority of card games here. see, we have 5-card draw poker, baccarat, blackjack. I can play blackjack, so there's that. And 7-card stud poker, and then it says and more. For all game fans, beginners to masters. And go up against a friend. So basically, that's all I can really tell you on this one. I was hoping that it would tell me how many card games are in this. Now, when I did, I bought all these off of Lucky Games, by the way. And I'm guessing this got damaged in the shipping. So that's why that just came off that easy. But, you know, it's still a pretty good case. Let's see what we got here. Draw, poker, blackjack, baccarat, 7-card stud. And probably variations from that. So I'm guessing this is more like the gambling type of card games instead of like a solitaire. So, oh well, I do know how to play blackjack. So if anything, I can have fun playing blackjack. Okay. PS2 games. I'll get this one out of the way first. Just because I like the roller coaster tycoon. Bleh. So tired I can't talk straight. Get tongue tied. But anyway, just because I like the roller coaster tycoon games, I bought Thrillville for the PS2. And I'm hoping this is like a beat 'em up type, like a wrestling type beat 'em up game. I'm not too sure. It might just be like one of them battle royale type games. But Shrek Super Slam is the other PS2 game. Rick, you're not supposed to drop it. Okay. That takes care of them ones. Now, onward to Atari 2600 games. We got Astroblast. Well, they like that. They actually are going to stand. But anywho, Circus Atari, the text label. And I'm going to have to go get up, but I got one more thing I'm going to add to this video. Is the reason why I bought these games. But anyway, let's get through this. Breakout, text label as well. Then we got a text label of Night Driver. For some reason I want to say I had a picture label of that game once upon a time. I could be mistaken though. And then we have Star Raiders. And then Diamonds to Demons. That's a pretty alright game. I played that game on plug and play system. So that's not that bad of a game. And then we have an Activision game, Spider Fighter. And even though I don't think my buddy likes these games, he does like pinball. And when I say these games, I'm referring to the Atari 2600 games. He was more of a Nintendo guy and later moved into like a PlayStation. But anyway, video pinball. And the last one is a Telegames, and it is baseball. I don't know if you can read that small white print there, so let's bring it up a little bit. There we go. And most of these games I am either as old as or older. There might be one exception here. I'm old as Night Driver and Pac-Man, if that can tell y'all anything, if y'all know what years those came out on. This one is not saying, so I'm not sure about that one. I'm also as old as Circus Atari. But Telegames Baseball is older than I am by 2 years. So there you have it. And let's see. I'm older than Astro Blast too, by the way. Okay. So we got that. Now to get up and show you the thing I bought so I can play those on. Got some stuff on it already, so I have to clear it off. Anywho, I saw this had went down price range wise at Walmart. So well, not at Walmart, but on Walmart.com. So I went ahead and picked it up, and it really just beats finding parts for my Atari 2600 to see if it might work, because I'm not sure if it still works. But anyway, the Retron 77, and I've opened the box, but I have not hooked it up and played it yet. Basically, you got your controllers, your system. See if I can get this up. Go. Your manual. And here we have the wire hookups, which is a HDMI cable and the power source. And the controller is a wired controller, so I will like that. It looks like it got a good length to it too. But anyway, I will definitely like that compared to those wireless ones. I wasn't a fan of the wireless controllers just because they didn't read as good as some of the other wireless controllers, like PlayStation 3 and 4 per se. Come on now, damn it. Yeah, there's nothing else hiding there. Anyway, we'll go ahead and set that back in there. Take this out. And you got, let's see. There's a slot, it looks like, for a memory card, a little micro memory card. I don't know if here, let's pull that in there. There we go. 3 buttons. I'll tell you what those are for. And then you got your output for the HMDI and the it says micro here. So I'm guessing that's like the power source plug. I hadn't looked at the tip of that. That's why I'm saying I'm guessing. But anyway, you got your fry button, and that will set your some of your games on a. It's kind of like a glitch type mode. Let's put it like that. And then you got your ratio button here. You got 3, or not 3, but 4, 3, and then 16, 9. 16, 9. Let me get that straight. Then we got the black and white and color button here. And then you got the buttons on the front. And I like the controllers down here versus up here, like the old school Atari there. Save button, for you can use the save state on these. You got your load button, your mode button, because your games come in like different modes most of the time on your Atari 2600 games. And the reset button, on and off toggle switch. Well, technically it's not a toggle switch, but it's a switch all the same. And then you got your skill buttons. This is for player 1, player 2, obviously. But anyway, other than that, you load it up through that. And I'm pretty sure most gamers are like, why are you telling me all of this? It's something I do, I guess. That's all I can answer to that. Anywho, I do plan on firing this up pretty soon and getting some video capture off of it. So, even though Atari 2600 games weren't meant to be played in HDMI or HD, whatever you want to call it, it will have a sharper look to it, but the only way I can record to it right now is either buy another HD capture card, which is out of my price range for the time being, or use my HD to AV converter, so all that HD gloriness will be basically transferred back into like more of a blurriness of the AV. So if you see it and it's not really all that clear, that would be why. That's how I've been getting my PS4 games on there as well, though. So anyway, whoop, shaking the camera. Anyway, that's what I did with the money that I didn't use toward video games monthly for this month. Probably up until June, I'll be applying that toward the wedding and everything. So unless I have, like I said, a little bit extra to spare, which, let's face it, it'll probably be June before I realize I can spare it, if I can. Excuse me. Cold weather's getting me on a little bit on the sick side. But anyway, until the next video, it'll probably just be the game cases that I'm waiting for them to come in. So that'll probably be my next video, and after that it'll just be like games I captured and played. So until then, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and see y'all later.